Hello, Facebook land. Hello, Badass Business Babes. Happy Wednesday. I woke up this morning thinking it was Thursday. Here in Israel, it is a holiday again. I will pull a card for you, Jasmine. I've already pulled a card for the group. I am super happy to be here with you guys. Happy Wednesday. So, if anybody else is on live watching, feel free to say hi in the comments in the chat. Let me know you're here. If you are catching the replay, drop a hashtag replay. Let me know that you're here as well. Sending you love into the future. And today here it's Independence Day. So happy Israeli Independence Day, whether or not you are Israeli or celebrating. I've got a lot going on in my world. My mom has been here visiting and she went back to the States on Sunday. So I'm getting back into my personal routines, which is something that that I teach my clients to do, is to find the self-care routines, the life routines, the organizational routines that that actually support you and fuel you and fulfill you. And to, there's so much noise about all the routines that you should have and should do. And your routines may even be those same things, but if you're doing them because somebody told you to, rather than because it feels good for you, and that's genuinely the thing that energizes you and drives you and just feels good, then it's not sustainable. So for me, I always teach that fun, that things that are energizing, things that you desire, those are going to be the things that that actually will be sustainable, that will fuel you, that will keep pulling you to do it. I actually saw somebody tagged me, I think, in a post or shared a post, and then tagged me, or I don't know. Anyway, I saw this post today from another coach who teaches money mindset and shifting your financial reality. And one of the things that she was talking about is when people have testimonials about, oh, this worked for this person or that person, you really have to think about, is that something that feels fun to you, that would pull you to continue doing it? Because unless that it has that element, and like people are motivated first to get out of pain, but then they're motivated by what actually is fulfilling and pleasurable and feels good. And so if you're looking to make a change or do something or learn something, you want to find that element of enjoyment and pleasure in it. So if you don't have that in your business, especially as an entrepreneur, because you get to create your business how you want, you get to create your life how you want, whether you're an entrepreneur or not, but probably if you're watching this, you are. Know that you get to, at any point, if something is not working, if it's not energizing you, if it's not inspiring you, you get to change that and find a way that really works for you, that really fuels you and lights you up and motivates you and inspires you. And this week I posted a quote that says, that's from Lao Tzu, and it says, let's see if I have it here. Hold on. I've got so many tabs open. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it should be here. That says, I don't know where it went. Nope, that's not mine. Anyway, basically it says, in nature, I found it. One second. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu is a smart guy. I like a lot of his quotes. One of my other favorites is, and I always butcher it, but basically, like, if you are feeling depressed, you're in the past. If you're feeling anxious, you're in the future. And when you're present is when you feel at peace. So if you notice that you are feeling sad or depressed, you may notice you are reminiscing or reflecting or stuck in the past about something. And if you're feeling anxious and you stop to just check in and notice, you may notice that you're feeling you're worrying about the future or circumstances beyond your control. And if you can get present and come back to the present moment, that's where you actually have the power to do anything about anything, and where you can actually find a sense of peace and calm and move forward. So some peaceful presence practices. I think we talked about that recently. If you are curious to find out more about that, let me know. And what else is going on in business? Still working on some pivoting, some shifting stuff, diving into some market research, reaching out and connecting with some new people. I've got, I don't know, sunburn or reflection on my forehead going on. I'm wearing my glasses because I've spent too much time staring at a screen and I'm basically going blind. So hi guys, welcome to my world. What else? Yeah, this week has been beautiful. Just really appreciating nature and freedom and space and taking time to smell the roses, literally and figuratively, and just focus in on what is nurturing and inspiring and expansive. So would love to know what's going on in your world and your business, and how I can support you. If you've got wins to share, they are always welcome. If you've got challenges coming up, this is a space you can always ask a question and I'd be happy to address it. It is getting hot. I'm going to show off my sexy sunburn here. I spent too much time at the beach yesterday in the sun with Jasmine, who was on live a little bit ago. So yeah, what else am I working on in business world? So I also manage my mom's business. I do some of the work that I used to do and do some of her tech and back end stuff. And just about 2 years ago, we did a program, 5 days to get a great date. She does relationship coaching. She recently published a book called The Little Book for Lasting Love. And so I am in the process of linking up her program so that it is available for purchase. So if that's something that you'd like to know more about, if you're single and looking for support in dating, in addition to building and growing your business, feel free to let me know about that, and I'll happily share that information with you. So I spent my day building a funnel, building an online course. I do some web design for her and myself. But that was a big part of my shift into coaching, was that I was doing all of this back-end technical work for other female entrepreneurs for their business. And I didn't realize it at the time, but I got really burnt out. I didn't realize that that's what it was, but I got really burnt out from doing all of that, and doing it in a way that wasn't sustainable for me, taking on more than I should have, and not delegating, not asking for help, not building out my business, and hiring a team underneath me. And so I got really burnt out, and I got to the point where I was like, I don't want to do the things for people anymore. I still love business. I still love talking about it. I love helping people with their business, with their clarity, with their direction, empowering them, inspiring them. And so I made that shift to coaching. So that's been a really fun adventure and shift in my world. All right. So if there's any questions, again, if you're on live, feel free to say hi. If you're catching the replay, drop a hashtag replay. And otherwise, I guess I don't have a ton to say about business and what's going on this week. It's holiday here. It feels like holiday mode. There's barbecues going on and concerts and all sorts of things. So I'm going to shift gears to our card of the week. This card is for the group. I pulled the card already. And the card for the group for this week is the bud. It says potential, promise, it's all about to happen, keep going. And this is from, oh, I put my background back on and it's hard to see. So here we go. So this is the bud. And this is the Rose Oracle deck again. I think we used this one last week as well. So here we go, the bud. This one's interesting because it's like so abstract. Potential, promise, it's about to happen, keep going. And if you are live and you would like a card for yourself, let me know in the chat. I would be so happy to pull a card just for you. Just let me know. Here we go. This is what it says. What Rebecca Campbell has to say about this card. A bud is an embryonic swelling on the stem of the rose that has the potential to develop into a flower, leaf, or shoot. In temperate climates, plants form resisting buds that are resistant to the. In temperate climates, plants form resisting buds. Oh, wow. Guys, I put my glasses on and I'm still like, oh, maybe I knew. In temperate climates, plants form resting buds that are resistant to the brutal frost. The bud is the promise of what's to come. It's the physical manifestation of seeds that we've been holding deep in the earth, nurturing and dreaming through the fertile void of winter. Now we find ourselves in the inner season of spring. The bud is beginning to realize what it was always destined to be, but it still requires tending in order to bloom one day soon. This is a card of encouragement, potential, excitement, and hope. It invites you to keep facing your true north and show up for what you're being called to create. Your effort has not gone unnoticed. Keep going. Someday soon, you'll begin to see this beautiful creation in the world. The bud is connected with spring, the time when upward energy of life is bursting on through. You may be seeing the first signs that things are beginning to come together. If you've been working on a project or have been dedicating yourself to ushering in some change in your life, you're being called to keep going and trust that what you've been working towards is happening. Keep tending your garden, and before long, the bud will begin to unfold and bloom. What new buds are beckoning to bloom within you? So the timing of this card is perfect. We just had all of the spring holidays of Easter and Passover and Nowruz, which is an Azerbaijani version of that. And I'm sure that there are many other versions that probably I should know some of them, and maybe I do, but can't think of at the moment. So celebrating this rebirth of life, knowing that the efforts that you've put in are cumulative, and even though they don't seem like they are maybe paying off in the way that you've liked, keep going. So often people quit right before their effort actually shows up. And there's a famous story, which maybe you've heard or maybe you haven't, and it's a true story about a man who bought a gold mine or land that was supposed to have gold. And he was digging and digging and digging and digging and digging into this mine for years and years. And finally, he gave up and he sold the land to someone else. And I forget the distance, but it was like 6 feet or like a foot away from a massive amount of gold was where he stopped before he sold the property. And so the person who bought it was like massively rich. And the person who had dug for years and years and years and years and given up got nothing. So when you feel like you're done and it's time to give up and you're feeling just like it's like, what's the point? The bud is here to tell you that now is the time to keep going, that your efforts are paying off, that this is a time for a burst of new life and new energy. So if you're needing some encouragement today, that's for you. That's our group card for this week. If you have any questions that come up from this, let me know. And I hope you are all having a beautiful week. This week was a little shorter than usual, but I will be back with you next Wednesday at noon Eastern time, live inside of the Badass Business Babes group. Sending you big hugs, lots of love, and I will see you next week.